Little rivers matter too. They need love like me and you. And little rivers matter too.
One that doesn't prioritize cars, but in fact prioritizes pedestrians, cyclists, people taking transit. And in this type of a city, the community is able to engage, talk to each other, and they're not worried about how they're going to cross the street or if they're going to get hit by a car.
I would really like to see more dense communities so that people can walk to where they need to go or they can ride their bike. We wouldn't need to have as much energy to put into transit, especially.
We can almost see it already because there's so many examples of cities that are further along renewable energy deployment than we are, and so many opportunities for us to do more here at Vancouver. You can think about the possibilities that tidal power have for our region, offshore wind, the possibility for energy democracy where we're not just producing clean energy, but we're also owning it, making decisions about it as community groups and as a city. That's really promising. And I'm excited to be a part of a conversation like this that's moving it forward.
Cities have a huge role to play in mitigating climate change issues. A large percentage of GHG emissions comes from buildings and specifically from the heating, anything to do with thermal comfort, space heating of buildings. And that's something that's always brought to the forefront in a built-up urban area. And so I think one thing that cities can be doing is pushing for green building standards and energy efficiency and conservation within buildings.
We don't have very much solar panels around. I know that it is very expensive in Vancouver to get solar panels and to implement solar panels. So one thing that I would really like to see would be incentives for people to put solar panels on their homes or businesses so that we can capture the energy in our city.
I really liked the opportunity to play with clay and, make something. I find like too often we spend so much of our time talking and not doing things. And it's hard to really know what's going to happen when you just start trying to make something. So I wasn't sure what the heck to make over there, and I ended up making a little game of hopscotch to put in the middle of a city street.
When I was doing the dialogue facilitation earlier tonight, one thing that came out of it was that a lot of this climate change has been imposed by further generations, so there's a lot of pressure on us right now. And another interesting thing that I pulled out of our dialogue was the fact that we feel a little bit like we are removed from the effects of climate change when we're living in cities. If we have droughts and we can't buy our food anymore from California, we can just buy our food from somewhere else. In the cities, we can't see the ice caps melting or the sea levels rising very much.
My research interest does not necessarily fall into climate change, but it's something that impacts me on everyday life. And there's a lot of research out there. I don't pay a lot of attention about it, but if there's any way I can do to participate, that's why I'm here, to learn more and to see what I can do.